Good Friday. You are on the Local Twist with Tam and Dish. How you doing, Tam?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little crabby from the weather. I've lost my personality.
Yeah, let's call it the weather. We had a discussion about this morning.
I'm not going through the changes.
She has a life change coming.
There's lots of changes, and they all have to do with my mood.
Yes.
But I do. I think it's the weather. I think that I'm frozen, and I refuse to take medication that doesn't come in a bottle.
Just gonna say.
The last bottle.
Anyway, a lot of exciting things. First of all, thank you, Napa Auto Parts of Park Falls, 715-762-3717, our title sponsor. Cindy Lee, thank you very much for all of your continued support.
And the Napa Know-How.
The Napa Know-How, Napa Know-How.
I was waiting for you to sing the jingle.
Yes. And next week I'm going to do something very cool. I didn't have time to put it together this week, but it's coming up for our sponsors. Something new, something exciting. So thank you for that. Obviously, we'll have our Catkins Animal Rescue of the week coming up in this segment also.
We are finding ways to beat the winter blues in the cabin fever.
Beat as in defeat, not as in physically.
Yeah, beat it.
Hurt.
Beat it into the warmth.
Yes. We also take a tour of Triple B.
We did, and the other thing that we would like to let you in on too is the Amazing Shrinking Person. If you haven't gotten in on that contest this year, definitely put it on your calendar for next time.
I've been meaning to do this for the last 2 weeks, and I haven't completely forgotten about it. But a very dear friend of mine, we'll call him Ikey. He is enthralled with how we're doing with the Amazing Shrinking Person contest, and he keeps saying, "Put it on the Local Twist. Put it on the Local Twist." Well, guess what, Ikey? Here it is, buddy.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm not doing as well as I want to do. I have a very lofty goal, and I get dismayed when I don't accomplish it. But I don't get dismayed in the, I'm just going to give up.
No, it makes you mad.
It infuriates me.
I can't figure out how I'm gaining weight on cucumbers.
You have to actually eat cucumbers.
I'm carrying them around, and I set them next to my burger. But I'm not doing very well, and granted, I work out every single morning, and I can't figure out why I'm not losing. And no, I don't hold a slice of pizza in this hand and, the treadmill control in the other. But Paul's very enthused about his weight loss goals, and
I just find it hilarious because my wife and I, she gets upset with you all the time when you put on there, "I'm so fat, blah, blah, blah," and she's like, "I'm gonna kick her butt because she's so skinny."
We record this from this level on purpose.
Yeah, whatever.
This week in the sheriff's report, quickly before we move on to our
we haven't done the sheriff's. I'm so excited because I haven't read this yet, and I don't know what's coming.
I like this one. I have never ever seen anything, and a lot of odd things go in Price County, as you know, and we've talked about this before. But a caller reported last week. A caller dialed 911 on December 24th, Christmas Eve, to report that a vehicle was resting against a tree and no one was around.
I got tired.
Was the vehicle going?
You should see like a Chevy. Just I'm tired.
No, I know it's probably a loose word of the word resting. Maybe it was parked precariously up against a tree. Yes. Either way, please
the wording was rather poor in this segment.
This one I was a little interested in. It said that, and then there was another one too, that there were two males fighting outside of a farm supply, which, shocker.
It's my propane!
There's
air going.
Propane! Let's not talk about propane. We're all a little sensitive where those issues are concerned.
Dang it, Bobby. That's my propane.
I'm not going to worry about propane. I'm just going to go around.
What else do you get at a farm supply? Can you just buy farm supplies?
Yes. What do you do?
I would like a hoe, some grain, and a compactor.
You want to hear a great story? Well, my husband.
That's how all farmers talk, by the way.
My husband had hurt his wrist, so for 6 months he couldn't carry anything with the left hand. So we'd go to the farm supply, and we'd get, a 50-pound bag of goat feed and a 50-pound bag of chicken feed, and obviously you get your deer corn.
This is the universal way of throwing 50-pound bags of food.
We obviously will go do our errands right after work, and I'm wearing,
I've yet to see you run anywhere.
4-inch heels, and at this point, all the vehicles are pulled up to the farm supply, and they're fueling up. Well, Jason can't lift anything, so he points to the bag. Get that one, so I throw the corn on strolled this one, and I'm walking out, staggering with 2 bags of feed, and everyone's looking at Jason like, you're an idiot. And he's just grinning, holding up the back end of the, hey, pick me up one of those too while you're at it. And
they're not thinking you're an idiot. They're thinking, how did you do that? How did you get your wife to do that?
Well, the greatest part is that my grandma and my aunt actually heard about it. So people were talking. Yeah, he doesn't abuse me. He was just being
I
safe.
asked my wife to do it, you know what she would do?
Huh?
She would literally look at me and laugh and then walk to the car. She's like, if you want it, you gotta get it.
Well, I suppose he could have struggled for, 45 minutes with his right hand, but I wasn't really willing to wait. So.
She has no patience.
A caller reported he had 4 or 5 strange animals in his doghouse, which he thought were possibly wolves. He advised he did not have a dog in the doghouse and that he'd never seen animals like this before.
Why do you have a doghouse if you don't have a dog?
Well, sometimes they just come with the property. Or sometimes it's it's a summer home for men.
This beautiful 2-floor duplex comes with washer, dryer, refrigerator, and matching doghouse.
Thank you to our local newspaper for those excerpts. Really appreciate it.
4 to 5 strange animals that are dog-like in nature, and that's a strange animal? Like,
well,
if I were to say there's like 4 to 5 strange animals, one looks like a duck-billed platypus, now that would be strange. I get that. There's something out there that looks what appears to be like a feline type creature. Oh, look, it's a cat.
I think we're going to go to the Triple B gym and check out some other creatures that are working out right now.
And then after that, we celebrate our birthdays. Tammy has successfully reached half of her life, and I am just beginning
working on
mine.
the other half.
And then also we introduce you to the lifeblood that is WCQM, all the wonderful people that work here that put in as minimal of effort as humanly possible.
No.
You get to see the 98Q Country staff as well. Thanks for tuning in. On to the next segment.
You are the local twist with Tam and Disch. We are talking with Brian Duba of Triple B Health and Fitness, and we are checking out the amazing shrinking person board that Jason and I made. I put it in there. Okay, Brian, tell us how this contest is working. Or not working for some.
As you see, we got like percentages down here, and so it's not pounds, it's percentages. All right. Everybody's number here, they have their own secret number. No one knows.
Nobody knows
which number it belongs to who, except for me, of course. And it moves along accordingly, week by week. We have our weigh-ins on Wednesday. That's fun for everybody. And we move.
Now, it's not just taking place here in Phillips.
Right,
It's
Park Falls too, and then we're going to combine the two for the overall winner, I guess. We could have a winner out of Park Falls, second place at the year.
If my brother wins it, then and his wife, then we're just going to split it as a family pot.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
How long is this going to be going here till?
May 7th.
May 7th?
Yes, it's true.
I have time.
It's 18 weeks long, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Take us to the gym. We're going to show you around a little bit so you can have an idea of what we do at 6 o'clock in the morning and Paul on lunch. I'm not going to work out.
We'll have Brian give us a tour. He owns the place.
Give us a tour.
All right. This is we have 3 levels here, and this is the main level, and this is where we have what's called selectorized machines. Easy to change the weights. That's easy to select the weight, I guess. You don't have to move plates around, so that's what makes these real easy to use for people. And my son over there is doing a little calf work right now.
Should we see what real bodybuilding does for you?
Yeah.
Look at, he's so intensely focused.
And he's got headphones on, so he doesn't even know what.
How much is he lifting right now? 210 pounds. That's about what Tammy weighs.
Don't you have autographs to sign?
No, I'm here to get yours. You're on YouTube. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Paul's the man. Everyone should just be a member of the Paul Dishler fan club.
Perfect.
I know I am.
He's the president.
You should be too.
All right, Brian, what we got next? Oh, this is going to be hilarious.
This should be entertaining.
Look at this.
You did not do that. That's what I do.
The girls are playing with their ballies. The girls are playing with their ballies.
Go kick it on her again.
This is not your typical workout attire.
Why do you have the smallest one? In your hands. All right, carrying on. What else do we have?
Why don't we scan up there? You can kind of check out the cardio area up there. That's the top level.
And when you say cardio, you don't just mean treadmills, right?
No, we got ellipticals, we got recumbent bikes, arc trainers, all kinds of good stuff. So, plenty to get your heart rate up. So, now you're gonna lift downstairs, right? Paul?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. I can load lift for you.
Okay. We're on our way to the basement now. The dungeon. I got that, by the way. Do it again. This is Karate Kid in training. Except for by Karate Kid we mean karate old lady. And by karate, of course, I mean not karate.
Let's go here and lift some lunch.
Where are we now?
Now we're in the basement. This is the plate loaded area. So, plate loaded means we just take weights and load the machines ourselves. Yeah, so you actually physically pick up the weight like this and load the machine. Then we sit in it.
It's that easy. Look at it.
So, there you go. This is probably way too much for Paul right now.
I'll show you what to do for your bat wings.
What are bat wings? Show us what bat wings are. Look at her. Look at that.
Get rid of the flabby grandma arm.
She's going for 2 of them. Look at that.
Wings and the finger arms.
So how much weight does she have on her now? How much weight does she have on her?
245-pound plate, so that's 90.
So all you do is you just
Is it just 90 pounds or does like the machine weigh something to her?
Yeah, and this particular one, it's not going to add much to it.
Okay, so realistically just 90 pounds.
It's pretty close to 90. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you load this up, you just take a seat, press your chest against the front end here, and you just push down and you just do a set of maybe 12 to 20, depending on
12 to 15 is a good number.
right.
Yeah.
And once you keep your arms pretty straight,
You don't want your elbows really low to your shoulders. So you don't want that.
You were doing it wrong.
Really touch the seat properly.
so am I too high or too low?
You actually did it a little higher.
It was high?
Yeah.
No wonder it was
Elbows up a little higher.
okay, so I was doing it wrong.
Not wrong. But see now the elbows are pretty much in line with the shoulders.
So anyway, that tightens up that backside, and well, not all of your backside, but this backside of your arm, and gets rid of the low bat wings. So when you wave, you only wave once.
Really exciting.
This is really exciting. We're actually going to come in and sneak up on Paul's workout. Lots of guys getting their fitness on for the lunch hour. This is Justin. Meet Justin. And Paul is lifting. Come on, Paul.
Big bench press for Paul. Come on.
Come on, Paul. You can do it.
Ready? Give her.
Come on.
Give her.
Come on. Do the bit. Oh! Come on. Up, 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 up. Oh.
Okay. Good one.
Personal record.
It's always important to have safety collars on when you're lifting a lot of weight. Okay. That's a 2.5-pound plate there, so Paul's a big dog. Yeah.
His lunch is bigger.
We are here with Coach Jeff Schillinger of the Phillips powerlifting team. Jeff, thanks a lot for having us.
No
we
problem.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Powerlifting is getting to be something very popular in high school sports. And from my understanding, you started the program here, right?
Yep, I started it 26 years ago,
Oh.
actually. So yeah, we started way back in 1990. So actually, it's 15 years, I think, 14 years, 15 years. So yeah, we started, or 25 years, I should say. But it started a long time ago. I started with one lifter.
Yeah.
So
Who was it?
Actually, it was Travis Zidzik.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you know Travis,
Yeah.
I started with Travis Zidzik, and then Todd Salisbury, and we went on from there, and we graduated like 19 seniors last year. So we had a team of 60 last year. The team is a little bit smaller this year, but we're at about 35 or 40.
That's still a pretty darn good turnout. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at it in no disrespect to the football team, but that's pretty much as many kids as they had for the entire football
Actually,
team.
more.
I wasn't going to say that, but he did. So.
Yeah. So, but no, and actually, that's the reason why I got it started, because I was a football coach, and what I wanted to do was give those kids that weren't playing basketball or weren't wrestling,
or things
you
like
know,
that.
doing something else. I wanted to give them a reason to lift weights, because sometimes for high school kids. Just to come up and lift weights is kind of tough, you know, to do it from the time football season's over with the time football season started. You know, high school kids get bored.
Boy,
you know, so
they don't exactly have the self-motivation to want to do it on their own.
Exactly. You know, it's not like college where, you know, it's a little bit different type of a situation. But I wanted to try to find a way to get them into something that they could be competitive with and still lift weights at the same time. And I talked to a guy by the name of Bruce Sullivan from Racine Horlick, and he was the state chair of our state at that time. And he said, well, why don't you get some kids involved in powerlifting? And I had powerlifted before. This is something I had done. So I thought, oh, this would be really kind of a cool thing. And I didn't know there was anything high school wise. I just thought it was, there was just an adult thing. So that's kind of how it got started.
Well, very cool. And just in recent years, you've had some pretty darn good success.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the biggest thing was with your oldest daughter.
Yep.
Alexa. Is that Alexa? Yeah.
Yeah.
She went to like all universe or something like that.
Yeah, she went to
15
Worlds.
years in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. And we went to France her first year, and went to South Africa her second year, and then third year we went to Brazil.
She's a world champion.
3 times.
3-time world champion. And how big is Phillips?
Well, our school is 267 kids.
Okay, it's 267 kids. Just in this school, and now she's competing, and I have to assume that when you go to Worlds, there's not just like 5 people there.
No, there's probably, between the guys and the girls, now this would be sub-junior Worlds.
Yeah.
So it would be any kids that are 18 or younger.
Yeah.
And I would say probably there were 40 different countries, and probably somewhere around 150 different, or closer to maybe 200 different kids, both boys and girls, that were represented by those different countries.
How many, like, say, how many were in her weight class that she had to go up against?
Oh, it varied. One year she had 6, the other year she had 12. You know, so I think the other year she had 8.
And that's just at the World Championships.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you have to go. There are qualifying levels to that. You know, you start off in the, I would assume, the regional competition.
Yep.
Then you go into sectionals, which would be, is that a statewide thing?
That's a statewide thing.
And then from the state you go to nationals.
Nationals, yep.
Which is against everybody in the United States.
Yep.
And then after, is there another level between?
No, and then that nationals and then worlds. Yep.
So basically, she just destroyed everybody in the world.
Pretty close.
Realistic?
Yeah, pretty close. Yep.
And you said she was a 3-time champion.
3 times.
Now, she's not the only world champion that you have.
No, I had Lynn Petzel, who was also in her same age class. I've had Kirsten Olsen, who competed in the year later.
Yeah.
So I've had 5, if you want to look at Alex's 5 world champions.
Well, 5 world champions, 3 different titles, 3 different weight classes?
Alex's?
No, it's the 3 girls.
Yeah, they were different. Lynn was a heavier girl.
Yeah.
She was 198. Alex was a 105, 114, and 123.
Weight girl over time, yeah.
And then Kirsten was a 165 pounder.
So 3 different weight classes, all 3 world champions, and all from little tiny Phillips, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
How does the team look this year? I know you said that the numbers are down.
You know, our numbers are down. We graduated a lot of seniors, but actually I got probably 3 or 4 really, really good kids. I got Nick Komorowski's coming back as a returning state champion.
Yep.
And actually has the squat record at 660 pounds in the boys heavyweight division. And then I got Sawyer Hubbard, who took second coming back at the 160. He's moving up a weight class to the 165s. And then Emily Kopecki, who's going to be a 148, and she took third last year at state. So I got some pretty good kids coming back.
Now you mentioned Nick's got the state record in the squat. What does powerlifting consist of? What do you have to do to power?
Okay, there's three different lifts that they have to do. They start out with squat, okay, and then they do 3 squats, try to get their best weight out of 3. Then they go to bench press, okay, do 3 bench presses, and then finish off with deadlift.
And that pretty much hits all major muscle groups.
Pretty much. I mean, you're getting a lot of upper body and a lot of lower body in that. So.
Well, great. We wish you nothing but success in the future, Coach. Thanks a lot for taking the time.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
We're out.
It is our birthday, and here is our birthday party.
Staff meeting.
Ooh, baby, staff meeting.
This is the illustrious staff of WCQM right here. This is where the magic happens, and
Magic,
these are the magicians. Okay, start singing.
Magic 98.3.
It's just occurred to me that local Twist fans, you've never actually seen our staff here, so we're going to go around and introduce everyone. Say your name and where you're from.
I'm Nancy Johnson.
That's good
I'm the
enough.
office manager.
Yeah,
Say your name and what you do.
Preston.
He doesn't do much.
I do as little as possible.
But
Perfect.
he makes budget.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake. Joel Carnick Morning Show. Justin Bieber. And I'm in a whole lot of trouble. Actually, DJ Rick, and I'm originally from my mom.
Well done.
Darla Isham.
She goes,
That's all that needs to be said. And you
do
know
her eyelashes.
what?
She says, "Here are the eyelashes."
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
Bye. Well, that was exhausting.
I'm tired. And as you can see, we've moved so far.
You're watching the local Twist with Tam and Dish. We certainly hope you had a great time. We know we
Thank
did.
you very much to our sponsor, Napa Auto Parts of Park Falls, 715-762-3717. Get there for all your auto parts needs. Drive a car with a mustache.
But don't lean it against a tree.
What if it's tired? What do you
It
do?
needs
What
to
do you do
rest.
if your car is
We
tired?
gotta go now. See you next
Have a
week.
great weekend, folks. Do it again.
Come on.